Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you start by telling us your name?
My name's Wylie Ramsey, Ramsey.
When you were in the military, what rank were you and what branch of service?
I was Captain, Supply Corps, United States Naval Reserve,
And when did you serve?
1962 to 1993.
What is your connection to Southwest Virginia?
Well, my family, I think, got me out of the way, sending me over here to this assisted living.
Okay. And how and why did you enter the military?
Well, I finished college, and I had a brother that finished at the Naval Academy at the same time. And so he sort of suggested I go in the Navy. I was going to business with my father, but I thought maybe it'd be good to get out and have a little more experience before I got there. And that's basically the reason I came in.
And where did you enter service?
I went through OCS at Newport, Rhode Island.
What were some of the jobs that you performed while you were serving?
Well, I was in the Supply Corps. Now, aboard ship, I was in supply. We had dispersing. We paid all the crew, officers and crew, 2 times a month. We had the repair parts, which was a very important part. We had the ship service, which consisted of the laundry, the barber shop, and the ship store. We had commissary, and we had the wardroom stewards.
I'm going to stick in another question here. What were some of the ships you served on?
USS Goodrich, DDR 831.
And could you tell us about some of the places that you lived while you were in service?
Well, I lived in Newport, Rhode Island. I lived in Norfolk, Virginia, and across the bay there, the shipyard. My mind's just not going there, but I lived in Mayport, Florida, and I lived in Key West, Florida.
And how did you stay in touch with friends and family while you were in service?
Well, it was sort of slow back in those days. Now, I normally had the family with me when we were in these ports, but they didn't think a ship was supposed to be in port back then. So we were at sea an awful lot of the time, and we were in the Mediterranean for 6 months. We were the first 4-month tour over there, which we stayed 6 months. And that was slow, send a letter home or had a little old tape machine, try to send something home. Maybe a month later, we might get a response. So it was slow back in those days.
Could you share with us a memorable experience from your military service, a story of some kind about something that happened to you? It could be serious or it could be lighthearted.
Well, some of them I won't share. I did go to the Naval War College for 2 tours up there. That was back at Newport, Rhode Island. Then I had active duty in Charleston numerous times, Norfolk, Oakland, California, and Florida, the aircraft, Pensacola, a couple of times. So,
any particular memorable experience during that time? Stands out to you?
I guess I enjoyed the tours at the Naval War College more than any of them.
And finally, what message would you like to pass on to the next generation about military service?
Well, I think the military service is good. I know we've gone through a period of time when a lot of them fought the draft. When I was drafted, where I went up and signed for the draft, I wasn't drafted, but I was glad to go. I felt like I was a man now. I'm 18. I've reached that point, so I didn't worry about the draft at all. And it wouldn't bother me today if all young people, now I used to say all men, but the ladies seem to want it, served at least 2 years in the military. Then they can decide during that 2 years whether they want to stay in the military, and the military can decide during that 2 years whether they want to keep them in the military. And so there's not a better place you can go and get the experience of having responsibility. And I certainly would encourage young people to serve their country at least 2 years.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.